Morning, Sticky Bakers. Today we are off to Mount Pleasant. I don't know why I'm shouting. Good morning, Sticky Bakers. Today we're off to Mount Pleasant. Gonna have a look at a motorcycle shop up there and see what they've got in and find somewhere for coffee and then a nice slow ride home. Let's see how we go. Foresight required an update this morning before I set off, so that delayed me a little bit. I want to be off really early because it's going to be a 32-degree day, which is really quite warm. And then there was a bit of an issue with the bike starting again, as though it was in gear. There was a lot of clicking going on and no action. And I'm beginning to wonder if it has something to do with the quad lock USB charger. Don't know that for sure. I'm guessing, in fact. However, it's almost as though get off this gravel, it's almost as though goes that down, it's almost as though there isn't enough charge in the battery to turn the starter over. But as I say, I don't know that for sure, but it could be. So is the USB quad lock charger taking a little bit out of the battery while sitting in the shed? Thoughts? Please add your comments. Anybody got any experience of that? Right, now for some tasty music track while we get through this windy patch on the way to Mount Pleasant. The GoPro Hero 11 is working at the moment, and I think I've got a certain card which I use, and last time I went out for a ride I used a different card because I hadn't cleared the footage. I don't know, it may have something to do with it or it may not. Oh, there's a little parking area there, that's nice to know. And I was just reflecting, but nothing to do with the card, but I was just reflecting on the the unreliability of the GoPros. It's really, I'll just let that car get ahead up there, I think. It's sickening actually in a way to know that you spend such a lot of money on these GoPros and they're so unreliable. And when I mean unreliable, I mean unreliable. They seriously are unreliable. So we're looking for an alternative. But I do want to try and get my money back on this thing because I don't know what it was, $600 or something. It's disappointing. You'll notice that the vehicle's slowing down purposefully. There's no reason for the vehicle to go this slow, and it will be someone who knows the road. It's just that little game they play with having a motorbike behind them. Slow vehicle turnout in 300 meters. Let's see. What do we think? Are we taking bets? Slow vehicle turnout, which is move over. I love heading up into the Adelaide hills. I just love it. I think it's the draw of being somewhere different, seeing something different, being somewhere new. And I was reflecting, or we've both been reflecting actually, on 2012-2013 when we were on the road. And then we realised that since 2012 we've actually been off the grid. We've been off the grid since 2012 one way or another. And I think it's fair to say I miss travelling full time. I really do. Really miss it a lot. And when you get to a certain point of age and other people are starting to slow down, it just makes me think all the more about spending the rest of my days on the ride-on mowing the same patch of grass. You'll notice how sports bikers and street bikes, those who are riding street bikes, tend to acknowledge each other. But you get somebody on one of these sit-up and beg Harleys, or its equivalent, it's almost like you don't exist. Here we are in the little township of Mount Pleasant. There's a place in the UK near where I grew up. I was born on the west coast, at the Lake District in Cumbria, but I was raised on the east coast near Durham, in a small place called Houghtonleigh Spring. And in that township, or a part of that township, is a place called Mount Pleasant. It's strange the things that we remember. Pharmacy. Nothing behind me, so I can ride at snail's pace. Police. Just about everything. How cool is that? Spot on motorcycles. Okay. Let's put it under a tree. And because I don't really want it rolling all the way down, I will do what I did last time, which is to turn the engine off, leave it in gear, get the clutch out, roll it back slowly onto the gear, it's already at that point, and put the side stand down so it won't roll back. That is an old BMW 650 single. It's quite an edge. So there is a cafe or two up there. There is a post office down here and a motorcycle shop. No entry. Okay. No entry? No entry. Does that mean you have to go in the other one? Maybe that's the workshop now. And you have to go in that one over there. Okay. Interesting. Right, let's disconnect everything. Get a microphone out. Get the phone on. See how we go with that. So Lee's Spot On Motorcycles have moved next door. Something on clearance. Yes, well. So I've just noticed I'm parked outside the distillery. Oops. I always look at stout. I always look at stout and think, chunky. Oh, GoPro's still working. It's been on for a minute and a half. Good grief. Right. No, I can't start the bike when it's in gear. Just saying. So, get it up, right? Get the stand up. Get it in neutral. Use the back brake. Start the engine. Okay, I'll continue on the B10 for 800 meters. Which isn't far at all. Angus Valley Road. Now, I don't want to go the full length of Angus Valley Road because, as you can see, it comes out of Walker Flat and Swan Ridge and a long way the other side of Manham Township, so I won't go the full way. Sedan, Cambrai, Sanderston. So this is an interesting I want to find somewhere to turn it around, which is somewhere safe. And it looks to be a nice busy road. Oh, always remember, turn around where you can see everything and where everything can see you. Where there's not any oncoming busy traffic like this. Now, my reputation for U-turns is pretty slim, pretty dodgy. Pull into the side, make sure nothing's coming, and then continue. Oh, it looks like graveyards on both sides of the road. Now, the reason is that there's a lot of gravel over there, a lot of gravel and a ditch, so getting the bike parked on there will be pretty big ask. There's a pole down there, and the problem with this side is that it's downhill as well, so that's also an issue. So there's a bit there, nothing coming. Stop here, I think so. So, St. John's Cemetery. Looks nicely kept. What a fabulous name that is. Euphemia.
Be careful. Please stop.
Wow, really? Please stop. Please stop what? Please stop visiting and paying respects? Please stop filming? I have to say, this is a beautiful location. Let's try Ghost Tube Vox now. The thing about Ghost Tube Vox is it doesn't have the words on the screen.
Yeah.
Hello?
The private.
I think that last one was privacy. Whose privacy though? The relatives plaster their names all over the memorial. Not sure if that's the best way to be remembered. Don't think I've ever seen anything like that one before. This tablet was erected by the Independent Order of Oddfellows, Manchester Unity, in memory of Brother John Hall, a native of America and a member of the Mount Pleasant Lodge, who departed this life suddenly at Rosebank, South Rhine, on the 11th day of December 1867, aged 30. So that is a digger's memorial. To the dark grave, the last retreat of all, we have consigned the mortal remains of our departed brother, and he shall still have a place in our memory until we too pay the debt of nature. Not quite sure what that was. Wee. I would never have done that at one time. It would have terrified me. I was scared shitless of going over anything that wasn't tarmac.